Alright, let's take a moment to look at some advanced queue editing as it pertains to a feature called Spreadsheet on your Express console. And Spreadsheet is a fairly useful feature that allows you to make global edits or larger scale edits to several queues all at once. So let's take a look at how to do that. It's in blind, so go ahead and go into blind mode, and then soft key number 3 is your spreadsheet. And as the name would suggest, it's formatted in kind of a column by row kind of arrangement. So here we have the columns. The far left-hand column is going to be your queue, and then the row going across in that particular queue are the channels that are contained in that queue and their levels. So you can see right away at a quick glance what your channels are doing. The colors, of course, are the standard colors where blue is a value going up, green is a value going down, and magenta is a value that stays the same. But what's nice about this is I can make pretty large-scale edits all at once. So for instance, I can take queues 101 through 104, which I already had created, and I can then take in those queues channels 2 through 6, and I can put them at 75%. So now you can see right away that I have just taken a pretty good block of channels and made a global edit that way. Now, one thing to remember about Spreadsheet is that you do not have to do record enter. So when you make changes here, those changes are stored as you do them. One thing that you want to look at as well, there's also a very handy feature called replace level, which in certain cases may make things a little bit easier for you. And let's take a look at Q2. And what I want to do here, I'm going to look at Q2 and I want to say replace level. And my command prompt is going to say select the level to replace. Well, let's say I want to take anything that's at 75% and I want to make it now 80%. I can do that by making just a sweeping change like that. So I could say find all of the channels that are at this level and now make them something new. And again, I don't need to do a record enter. Let's take a brief moment to talk about a feature in Spreadsheet called track. What track allows you to do is make an edit in the first queue that a level appears, and it will automatically make the changes in all of the subsequent queues where the level should be the same. And I'll use the spreadsheet here to demonstrate how that works. So right now, by default, you want to have track disabled. But in this case, we want to go ahead and hit soft key 7 to enable tracking. Now you'll notice here in queues 101 through 104, channel 3 is at 60% in all of them. It first went to 60% in Q101, but because you can see my values here are magenta, that means they've tracked through. With tracking enabled, I only have to make the change in one place, and it will change everything after it. So I'm going to pick Q101, channel 3, at 75, and you notice I make the change here in one location, but it tracked all the way down through because it was the same level in one queue. The console's assuming that you wanted it to stay the same all the way through. That's what the behavior of the console will be when track is enabled on your Express console. But for most purposes, you're just going to want to go ahead and leave it disabled. So Spreadsheet is a nice way that allows you to make large-scale edits over multiple queues and multiple channels all at once on your Express console.